Today, we're going to explore 4 remarkable personalities you've probably never heard of before. What if I told you that the graveyard is not the final destination for everyone? In the vast tapestry of Islamic history, there lies a mystery so profound that it challenges our very understanding of biology and time. We are taught that every soul shall taste death. Kullu nafsin da'ikatul maut. This is an absolute truth. Yet, the timing of that taste is where the mystery lies. While billions have returned to the dust, 4 specific men have been granted a biological pause. 2 reside in the heavens, and 2 walk among us on earth. They are the muwakhirin, those whose death has been delayed by divine decree. Today, we aren't just telling stories. We are conducting a grand investigation into the lives, the locations, and the secret missions of Prophet Idris, Prophet Khidr, Prophet Isa, and Prophet Ilyas. Prepare yourself, for we are stepping behind the veil of the unseen. To understand Idris, we must go back to the very beginning of civilization. He was the great-grandson of Prophet Seth and lived in an era where humanity was first learning to organize. He was the first polymath. Islamic tradition credits him with the invention of the needle, moving humanity from animal skins to stitched fabric. But more importantly, he was the first to use the qalam, the pen. He documented the movements of the stars, creating the foundation for what we now call astronomy and mathematics. Why was he raised to the 4th heaven? Astronomically, ancient scholars viewed the 4th heaven as the solar sphere, the heart of the celestial order. By placing Idris here, Allah signaled his status as the center of wisdom. Some researchers suggest that the high station mentioned in the Quran refers to a physical elevation beyond the Earth's atmosphere, making him the first human to travel through space while still in his physical body. The most detailed part of his immortality is the legal paradox he presented in paradise. When he entered the gates of heaven with the angel Azrael, he refused to leave. When the angels of paradise asked for his exit visa, Idris presented 3 divine laws. 1. Every soul must taste death. He said, I have already tasted it and been revived. 2. Every soul must pass over hell. He said, I have seen it and crossed it. 3. Those who enter paradise shall never be expelled. He said, I am now inside, and according to your law, I cannot be forced out. Allah, the ultimate judge, accepted this brilliant display of wisdom. Idris remains there, alive, in a state of perpetual youth, witnessing the secrets of the Sidrat al-Muntaha. Is he a prophet, Nabi, a messenger, Rasul, or a saint, Wali? Scholars like Imam Ibn Kathir and Imam Nawawi have debated this for 1,000 years. The majority believe he is a prophet granted a special type of hidden knowledge, Ilm laduni. His name, Al-Khidr, isn't a name, it's a title. It means the green one. It is narrated that when he prays in the middle of a desert, the sand beneath his feet erupts into lush vegetation. The legend of the Abi Hayat is found in almost every culture, from the Fountain of Youth in the West to the Amrit in the East. In Islamic tradition, this spring is located in the land of darkness, Zulumat. During the expedition of the great king Zulkarnain, Khidr was the general of the vanguard. While the king searched for power, Khidr searched for the divine. He found the spring, which was whiter than milk and colder than ice. By drinking a single drop, his molecular structure was changed. He became time independent. He no longer requires food, sleep, or oxygen in the way we do. Khidr is the fixer of the universe. He intervenes in human affairs when the divine balance is threatened. He damaged the boat to save it from a tyrant. He corrected a D-wall to save an orphan's inheritance. He is said to meet the Abdal, the hidden saints, every Friday at the Kaaba. Many believe that when you are in a state of extreme distress and a stranger, suddenly appears to help you and then vanishes. That is a manifestation of the spirit or the physical presence of Khidr. I posted a comment. What do you think about it? Please share your opinion in the comments. Throughout history, there are recorded accounts of great saints and scholars who have encountered these living prophets. These are not mere folklore. They are documented in the spiritual diaries of Islamic history. Imam Ghazali and Khidr. It is said that while writing his masterpieces, Imam Ghazali received silent guidance from a mysterious figure who possessed an ocean of knowledge that no library could contain. The transformation of Ibrahim bin Adham. The king turned Sufi, Ibrahim bin Adham, was met by Prophet Ilyas in the desert. It was there that he was taught the Ism-i Azam, the greatest name of Allah, a spiritual key that opened the doors of the unseen. These encounters prove that these prophets are not merely surviving in isolation. They are actively involved in the spiritual nurturing of humanity under divine command. The island of Khidr. Ancient cartography mentions a green island, Jazira-e-Khidr. Modern researchers speculate this could be a location like the Bermuda Triangle, or a place protected by a dimensional veil where human technology fails. To understand why Isa is still alive, we must look at his birth. He was born without a father, by a word from Allah. He was already a miracle of biology. Therefore, his ascension, Rafa, was simply the next step in his miraculous existence. When the Romans surrounded his house in Jerusalem, Allah changed the atoms and the light around him, raising him physically to the second heaven. He is not a ghost. He is a man of flesh and blood, living in a realm where the laws of entropy, decay, do not apply. In the second heaven, he met Prophet Muhammad during the night journey, Miraj. Muhammad described him as a man of medium height, with hair that looked as if water was dripping from it, even though it wasn't wet. His return is the climax of human history. He will not return as a new prophet, but as a follower of the final messenger. The descent. He will land on the shoulders of two angels. The weapon. His breath will reach as far as his eyes can see, and any disbeliever who smells it will perish. The mission. He will break the cross, kill the swine, and abolish the jizya tax, for there will be no religion left but Islam. He will live for 40 years on earth, marry, have children, and finally, after thousands of years, he will taste the death promised to every soul. The question arises, in a world mapped by satellites and GPS, where do these beings hide? The white minaret of Damascus, the specific location where Prophet Isa will descend, is not a mystery. It is a physical tower in Damascus, Syria, known as the Minaret of Isa. Thousands of pilgrims visit this site, which stands as a silent sentinel awaiting the return of the Messiah. Mount Sinai and Mount Carmel. Prophet Ilyas has a historical connection to these rugged peaks. To this day, many who travel these mountains in solitude report a profound, unexplainable sense of peace, as if a holy presence still watches over the wilderness. Prophet Ilyas lived in a time of extreme paganism. The people of Israel had turned to Baal, the god of the sun and fertility. Ilyas was a man of the wilderness. He lived in caves and survived on what the ravens brought him. He was a prophet of fire and storm. When he challenged the priests of Baal, he called down fire from heaven to prove the oneness of Allah. Like Idris, Ilyas reached a point where his work on earth was finished, but his soul was too fiery for the grave. It is narrated that a horse of fire descended for him. As he mounted it, Allah stripped him of the desire for food and the heaviness of the flesh. He became angelic human. He now flies with the angels, but he also walks on the earth. Every year during the days of Tashriq at the Hajj, a secret event occurs. Scholars of the unseen state that Khidr and Ilyas meet at the station of Mina. They shave each other's heads and spend the night in prayer. Khidr is responsible for the safety of those at sea, and Ilyas is responsible for the safety of those on land. They are the invisible guardians of the pilgrims. In modern science, we talk about telomeres, the caps at the end of our DNA that shorten as we age. When they disappear, we die. For these 4 prophets, Allah has locked their telomeres. If a hibernating lungfish can live without water for years, or a tardigrade can survive the vacuum of space, is it difficult for the creator of biology to sustain 4 men? Modern science is currently obsessed with anti-aging and biohacking. Researchers are looking for ways to extend the human lifespan by manipulating DNA. However, the creator of biology applied this technology to these 4 prophets thousands of years ago. Metabolism control. Their bodies exist in a state of divine hibernation. Just as certain animals can slow their heartbeats to survive extreme conditions, these prophets exist in a state where they do not require the standard caloric intake or oxygen that a normal human needs. Time dilation. For Prophet Isa and Prophet Idris, the physics of time dilation is a reality. In the higher heavens, one day can be equal to 1,000 years on earth. Therefore, while centuries have passed for us, only a few days have passed for them. They remain physically young because they are existing in a different time stream. Why wait? Why not let them die and resurrect them later? The wisdom is in witnessing. These 4 men are the eyes of history. They have seen the rise and fall of every empire. When they speak on the day of judgment, their testimony will be undeniable. They are the permanent links between the world of the living and the world of the angels. As we conclude this 6,000-word journey, we realize that our reality is just a small room in a massive palace. Idris is watching from the heavens. Isa is waiting for the trumpet to sound. Khidr is perhaps walking past you in a crowded market today, and Ilyas is standing guard on a lonely mountaintop. They are the immortal 4. Their lives prove that Allah is the master of time, the king of space, and the protector of the faithful. As the sun sets on this journey, remember that these 4 immortals are not just legends of the past, but silent witnesses to our present. They are a living proof that while our time is fleeting, the truth of the Creator is eternal. May we have the wisdom to recognize the signs before the veil is finally lifted. Until the day the Messiah returns, stay faithful, stay watchful, and stay blessed.